Hello everyone, Indigo Twin here with your up and coming weekly divine partnership reading. I'm feeling a lot better this week, thank you. Still overcoming it, but I had a few days good rest and then I worked hard. But here I am. Just before I begin the reading, I'd just like to give a big thank you to everybody for your comments. Thank you for all your well wishes and hoping that I get better, your emails, your messages, your bookings. I just let you know I won't be taking any bookings for April. So if you'd like a personal reading, then please go to my website, and they won't be done now until May, possibly the end of April, if you're lucky. Yes, so things have been sort of up and down. We've worked with a lot of energies. We had those new moon energies that happened, and now that was a big time for manifestation. So did you put in your intentions, and did you make them clear? Did you make them about you? Because remember, we can't change the free will of anyone else, but we can change things about ourselves. That's the most important thing on this journey. And heading towards union, reunion, union, and mission, it comes down to self and how we are within ourselves, how much unconditional love we give for ourselves. That is the main part of all this. So that's quite important. And now, I did say I would try and do a pyramid of love reading. I will see how I go. As I mentioned last week, I will be away from the 8th of April up until the 18th, 19th of April. And then I have a few days so the next following reading I won't be doing until the 3rd week of April, the 3rd Sunday of April, which should be about the 23rd, I believe. Yes, the 23rd. So my apologize, but sometimes we all need to get away and take a break. So that's my intention, is to go away somewhere beautiful where I can relax and just, recharge, because we all need to recharge. It's important to recharge. So I was actually thinking of taking my computer, but I'm not going to. So this is going to be a holiday, and it's good advice for everyone out there. Take time out. It's important. Take time out. So without further ado, let's get on to this week's reading. Now, there's a lot of healing going on in this up and coming week. A lot of healing. There are a lot of healing cards here that represent healing and overcoming life's obstacles and things like that, protection, things yet to be revealed, patience, perseverance, emotions, things clearing up. I mean, there you go. That's the reading in a nutshell. So, okay, that's it. All right, no, just kidding. Let's have a look at how things are. For those of you who are new to my channel, this is the Divine Masculine, this is the Divine Partnership, this is the Divine Feminine, and more or less this is kind of like where we're coming from, where we're heading towards. So I don't sort of go past, present, future. It's kind of this kind of melds into one. So, and look, there is no, on the spiritual realms, there is no thing such as time. It's really about where we're coming from and where we're going to at the end of the day. So let's move on, shall we? Let's move to the feminine. I'm going to go straight to the feminine this week, because we've had a few cards that were actually around last week. So let's look at the first one, the Neethus card. Now, if you can just see, it's probably lying a little bit flat. The Neethus card is the Chalice. I'll just hold that up. There you go. Fill that chalice. Fill that cup with unconditional love. That is the message. Nephthys is the sister of Isis. She's quite a powerful goddess within herself. She's the hidden one. She's kind of like the quiet, behind the scenes type person. There's a mysticism and psychic gifts and tranquility and a little bit of reservedness around that. However, Nephthys actually is saying her main message is that which is not yet realized and all things that are hidden. What does that mean? It is a very deeply spiritual card. It is about the sisterhood and lifting the conscious mind above worldly stress into more peace. So interesting how it's also got another feminine type card here, which is the Buckle of Isis, which is the growth with sacrifice. So I know saying something like growth with sacrifice sounds quite, oh, well, hang on, what do I have to sacrifice? Well, you have to sacrifice, the normal paradigms, the paradigms that we've been so accustomed to in many lifetimes, in many centuries and etc., that we are accustomed to. This is how things are. This is how the man does this, the woman does this, and this is how it is. That's the old paradigm. We no longer have that paradigm. We are working towards changing that paradigm. The card is also about fertility and fidelity, but it's also a reflecting on emotions and trying to understand and figure out how to bring things into the day of light. What can we materially sacrifice to come into divine union? So it's all about the sacrifice of material possessions. And that would include thought patterns as well. So when Nephthys comes up and says that is yet to be revealed, what it is also saying, open up your chalice, fill it with divine unconditional love, and look within to see what it is that has been holding you back and letting it go. Are you still dreaming and imagining things that you were imagining and dreaming 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago? Because that's old paradigm thinking, and that's what needs to be let go. That's what needs to be sacrificed. Surrender and allow your cup to be filled, because that is how you will move more swiftly into union and onto mission. Because what we've got down here, to sort of just sum that up, is the pyramid. Now, the pyramid is all about the evolution of the soul through time. Now, we know the symbolism around pyramids. This is a time of initiation. It's a preservation time and sensing that there are future changes, but we also at the same time are evaluating past lessons. So it's kind of like this up and coming week is a little bit of a test week, an initiation week. It can cause a little bit of stress and anxiety. However, it does suggest a good outcome, and that time will heal all, and that any barriers that we have within ourselves are self-imposed. Now, I'm just going to read about the pyramid from the book, from the Mary Hope book, and because I don't believe I've actually read the symbolism around the pyramid. So let's do that now, shall we? Just before we move on. Okay, so there's so much that's been written about the pyramid power over the last few years. And it does say that anything added here would be superfluous. But just the message now is that the pyramid societies have been formed and lecturers have toured the world demonstrating the effects that scale models of the Great Pyramid can produce, both mentally and physically. Reputable scientific establishments have experimented with the preservative qualities of the pyramid with positive results, and many ordinary people make regular habit of placing anything from razor blades to butter under model pyramids. It is generally accepted scientifically that there is something unusual, to say the least, about pyramid energies, while occultists are pretty well in agreement regarding its connection with time and initiation. So there is a preservation. Now, if we think about, like, I mean, even the Merkaba. Now, I don't know if you can see this Merkaba. It's a rose quartz Merkaba. It's beautiful. Now, I mean, it has those same qualities. So yes, it is timelessness. It's kind of, so basically what it's saying is that the feminine, the pyramid is surrounded by the pyramid, while she or he, if you are more the feminine inclined, that you are renegotiating within yourself of how, not how, but who you are to become into union. So really, it's actually all about you. Go into your heart, fill up your chalice with unconditional love. Look at it. Look at what is material that can be let go. Look past. Sorry, stumbling for words right now. Get rid of the notion of past paradigms. It's time to change because things are happening. Things are happening on an energetic level at a very rapid pace. However, if you're not ready, if you don't get your divine ticket to board that train, then you're going to have to wait for the next one. So do the work. And a lot of people might say, but I do the work, but I always do it. I meditate every day. I do this, I do that. Do you? You may do. But do you feel it? Do you feel it within your heart? Do you feel it in every chakra in your body? That's the difference. Pardon me. Still just trying to shift the last bit of this cough. Got my water bottle here. Okay. Enough with the feminine for now. Let's move on to the masculine. Masculine, going through changes. Lots of changes happening. Water suggesting movement and emotions. So it's reflecting. The masculine is going through a lot of reflecting at the moment, and things are changing for him. It does suggest travel across water as well, but it is all about exploring the deep unconsciousness and understanding the ebbs and flows of life. Why do I suddenly feel emotional today? And yet I'm strong and in power, and I'm a man, and I move forward on another day. So there's a lot of masculine energies coming, because on one day it's amusing. It's quite amusing, and it's, look, we've got Anubis there, which is, he's the jackal, so he's got a sense of humor here. So basically, okay, so I'm getting told some days it's almost like the masculine is going through similar things that predominantly most of the time that women go through, kind of that hormonal, that's what they're telling me, that sort of sense of hormones running rapid, as in when we feel emotional and we cry at movies and things like that. So that's kind of the energies that the masculine's going through. Of course, he's not going to reveal that to the public. That's in his quiet moments behind the scenes. He's really, really coming into his feminine energies. He is being protected. What he is feeling is being protected, which is, of course, suggested by Anubis. And Anubis came up for the masculine last week, which is saying that they're being protected. They don't quite understand what this 3D emotional stuff is, what is happening. But, you know, they're understanding that something is there. It's something. So they don't quite understand it, but they know, it's like they have a knowing that they need to go through it. Okay, makes sense. So yes, the masculine is being protected whilst he goes through this process. The last card for the masculine is the Thoth card, which I call like the Kundalini rising. Now, with this one, and I love it because it is a beautiful twin card. You know, here we have the masculine, feminine, and, you know, in balance, looking at each other with the symbols of the winged disc there, the disc which is the divine and the two wings. It's a beautiful card. So this is, again, if we look at the balancing within the masculine, it's all about the masculine maintaining this balance. And basically, it is a card that is about fate and karma. It's also about healing and you know, healing of the soul predominantly. You know, so the intertwining serpents represent the twin union and the Kundalini balance. So this is what the masculine's going on, is going on with the masculine. So it's a very gentle energies for this up and coming week. So nothing should be done aggressively at all. Be gentle, be kind to yourself, be kind to your masculine counterpart. Be humorous, be lighthearted. Don't take anything seriously right now. That's the clear message. Because the twin partnership is in the process of healing, as suggested by Horus, the all-seeing eye. There is a lot of physical healing. There's a lot of harmony and beauty and creativity. So these strong healing energies are overcoming any illness, any obstacles, and it's strong. It's hugely strong healing energies coming into the partnership, because then right underneath Horus, we have Bast. And of course, Bast and Horus, they're twins. Okay, this is the twin sister of Horus, and here they are in the divine partnership this week. She is the goddess of joy, and of course, the patroness of cats. So as cats, you know, we need to tread carefully. So again, healing rays applicable to the mind, the body, the mind, and suggesting that pressing worries and turmoil will soon pass, giving way to joy and happiness. Balancing of the state of mind, because then coming down here we have the air card, which I haven't seen for a while in the partnership, which is all about movement and action and speed and travel and communication and clearing out the cobwebs, the higher realms and spiritual communication. So it's all there. It's all there. But we are being asked to work on ourselves individually. So if you're masculine, then understand that these emotional times that you are going through is all part of the process. If you're a feminine counterpart, then know that you need to keep continuing to fill your cup with divine love, divine unconditional love, and really release those old paradigms. Now, next card. What is it that the 5D masculine is conveying to the partnership? The key to life, love, the Ankh, the ultimate. All right. The power of the gods, the life force, understanding, emotion. It's about immortality and a dawning of a new state of awareness. Enlightenment, universal love. This is what is coming out from this in towards the union. Providing we do the work. When we get through this, then this is what's coming. And this is what the masculine is saying. So the divine masculine 5D is very strongly in the presence of the 3D masculine at the moment, guiding him and showing him the way and getting him to understand that these emotions are quite normal, bringing through the healing. That's what's going on. Now, the divine feminine, 5D, we have the Sphinx. Now, the Sphinx is like the personification of the rising sun. Now, we had the rising sun last week in the healing. The Sphinx is all about patience, secrecy, and observation. So here, interesting that we have that we're things that are hidden and yet to be revealed, and yet we have here the Sphinx, which is about observation and patience. Fill your cup. So this is what your 5D feminines are saying to the 5D feminine, and also looking towards a partnership, to be patient, to basically sit back, to overcome and look at what self-imposing mental barriers you have, and come in towards your spirituality. But it also suggests keeping to oneself. The partnership's fine. You don't need to do any work towards a partnership. You need to be doing the work here to yourself. Now, what have we got at the bottom of the deck? The crook and flower, which we've had come up so much. Now, remember the crook and flower, and I did read the symbolism around the crook and flower a few weeks ago. It's the symbols. You know, we are looking at the symbolism, the old ancient symbolism of the pharaohs. It's about self-discipline. It's about worldly authority. It's about status. It's about mastering the ego and coming to terms with self, overcoming life's problems and taking responsibility for self. Because when we take responsibility for self, this is what we get: happiness and healing and union, so that we can get into mission. So there's a lot of good energies this week. Use them wisely is the clear message. Look at the balance amongst these cards here. Again, the balance here. Mirror images, mirror images, mirror images. The preservation. A lot of key things happening. Even if we were to just go here. Emotions, healing, hidden. Okay? In other words, calmness. This is the energies that we are bringing into this up and coming week, is this calmness and peace. Things start to move more towards the end of the week and leading up to the next week. And I do apologize that I won't be able to do a reading, but look, I actually will be traveling next Sunday. So you'll be fine. Everyone will be fine. If I can manage to sort of just, post something, I will, or I'll write something on my blog. But otherwise, I am really going to have a holiday. So everyone will be fine. Trust this guidance. What I might do is, because I won't be here, I will pull a couple of extra cards before I go on to sort of going into the following week. So let's do that, shall we? As a bonus. So yes, this week's reading might be a little bit longer, but going into the week that begins the 10th of April, what messages do we have? I know there's only a few cards that come up now, so let's see. Wing disc, success. Oh, need I say more? Need I say more? And then one more. Grounding. All right. That's just gorgeous. That is amazing. All right. So the following week. Okay, we have the wing disc. Beautiful. divine guidance, inspiration, achievement, wise guidance. Remember the winged discs. Look at this balance. Look at that. That's a twin card. That's a twin card. Balance. Grounding. It's good. It's good. So, yes, you'll be fine. No need. Let's have a look at some healing, shall we? What I might do is I'm going to take my crystal mandala cards with me, and if I do happen to get a chance, I perhaps will do a crystal mandala, because I use them every day for myself anyway, for healing. So they will come along with me, and, you know, we'll see. We'll see. I won't make any promises because, look, you know, oh, wow. Okay. Mother of Life just popped out there for us. Now, there we go. Look at that. Not only do we have the winged disc, but we have the Ankh sitting right there. How amazing is that? All right. I'm excited. That is all about the nourishment of the golden grey mother. So let's have a look at what the Mother of Life says for us. I'm reading from Alana Fairchild's book here. We can sometimes fall into existing and doing rather than truly living. We only know that this has happened when suddenly our life seems dry, depleted, filled with tasks, or it feels like we are stuck in a rut or habit that may have been comfortable but is becoming stifling and suppressing. Isis, the Mother of Life, holds the ability to restore even the most numb, resistant, and difficult circumstances and people back into life. She calls to you now, seeking to bestow gifts of life upon you. Be bold and brave, open your arms and receive. Isis is known as the sustainer of life, able to restore, nourish, and bring to life that which has been cast aside or lost, that which you have considered beyond repair, a lost cause or deadened. There are parts of your life, beloved initiate, that are ready to receive more life. You'll be able to recognize this in any discomfort that you are currently experiencing in your life. Discomfort and unfamiliarity is where life is attempting to break through to you, to reach through the walls that you may have once created, to protect yourself, but that now you need to either climb over, demolish, or at least open up with some doors and windows. The tricky part is that most often we don't consciously realize that we are not living. It is not until we start to live more trustingly that it becomes obvious that we were once hiding ourselves from life. Life is calling you to partake more so of her gifts of experience. This oracle brings encouragement and guidance for you to learn skills and practices that nourish you and your community. You have the Divine Mother within you. How shall you offer nourishment through her? It might be through cooking, through learning to be more present in your body and taking time to express your feelings or reality, or it might be through taking a dance or yoga class, spending time in nature or with animals, for example. Have you been thinking of joining a class or group, learning a new hobby or skill? The oracle of the Mother of Life is confirming that you are on the right track, so keep open to opportunities and further instincts about pursuing these matters. And know that if you're a bit worried that it is a stretch for you, then it is even more likely you're on the right track. Stay connected to your heart and give yourself permission to grow. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing. This oracle also brings guidance that new people, places, and things will enrich your life in the near future. And if you have been praying for freshness, inspiration, and more fun, know that your intuitions and urges to reach out and act in new ways are part of how your prayers are being answered now. The Mother of Life oracle also asks for patience. In the same way that there is growth cycle required before a child can become an adult and tap into the energy of the mother within to nourish him or herself, so too do certain life phases require patience as they mature. As you journey into the new life seeking you, you will need to be patient as you learn and grow. You will eventually become very comfortable with that which at first is distinctly uncomfortable. It just takes time, patient, not running away, and being present with yourself, just like the Mother of Life who never leaves you. She is always waiting for you to return to her embrace as you open to the new unfoldment of experience in your life. Wow. Pardon me. Gosh. Oh, pardon me for that. Wow. What a powerful message. What a powerful message to come about. I'm going to go straight into the ritual now. You may like to light some candles or do this ritual in a softly lit room without strong sunlight or absolute darkness. Rest quietly in a space where you will not be disturbed, preferably sitting or lying with your spine relatively straight. And close your eyes or rest them lightly, half open, with the sense of gazing inwards and having soft focus as your eyes gaze slightly downwards and in front of you. Visualize or sense that within your heart there is a beautiful golden light that extends until it becomes an endless field of golden grey, wafting lightly in the breeze under a clear blue sky. The grain is almost ready to harvest, and the light seems sun-kissed and golden. There is warmth and a pleasant, earthy scent in the air, and warmth on your skin that is neither too hot nor too cool. You can sense yourself walking or resting amongst the golden fields of grain, feeling the bounty, peace, and life. You become aware of a golden woman gazing down at you from the sky. Her dress is the grain, her hands are the winds, gently caressing your face and hair, and her eyes are the sun and the moon. You feel great love. Imagine in that state of connection with the Mother of Life, you can breathe in deeply and breathe out and release through your breath any fear, doubt, or attachment, even any of your history that would prevent you from really opening up to live more fully into all parts of your being now. Your body, your sexuality, your spirituality, your creativity, your intuitive and inspirational mind, and so on. Just breathe in and let go as you breathe out. Imagine the gentle breeze of the Mother of Life sweeping away that which you release and replenishing you with her unconditional love. When you are ready, just open your eyes fully and breathe in and out, being aware of your body and coming completely back into the present moment. And to finish this ritual, you can say the following invocation. I call to the Blessed Mother of Life. Gift me with boldness, courage, and love. Help me let go of the past. Help me surrender the ways I have shrunk back from life. To protect and hide parts of me that were hard to deal with. Let me know the fullness of life, love, and acceptance of myself and others. Let me just be with you without pretense or hiding. Help me grow joyfully and be myself in the world. I accept your help in unconditional love now. Life flows through me full and unique. And so be it. Wow. I just realised that I may have not put up last week's invocation on my website. I will double check because, as I said, after my reading last week and I was quite ill for the next couple of days, I was just in bed and then had to sort of catch up. I will double check it. However, I am getting a strong message here that this is the kind of invocation, the Mother of Life, that you can do as your daily practice for the up and coming week, 10 days, 2 weeks. So I encourage you. I also encourage you to go back, go to my blog on my website, indigotwin11.com, and go through. I have a lot of invocations I've actually put in print and written up on my webpage. So go through some of the healing practices in the time that I'm away. I strongly suggest it because there are amazing amount of energies, good energies coming up. And as we can see, when I've gone in and looking into the following week, even with those few cards, the picture that I'm getting here is becoming quite clear. Now, I wish you all well. I wish amazing things for the next couple of weeks, the next 3 weeks until I'm able to get to you again. If I get an opportunity, I will try and do a pyramid of healing, divine healing. However, as I said, I won't make any promises, but I think I believe that divine will give me the time to do so if it is required. So I send you a lot of love, a lot of light, a lot of blessings. Have a wonderful week. Be good to yourself. Be true to yourself. Be love. Be unconditional love. Bye for now.